everybody, it's James here from goodguitarist.com, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you an easy version of Country Roads by John Denver, just some chords and strumming. If along the way you find that you need some extra help, I have a free ebook that's completely free for all my subscribers. I'll put a link in the corner if you haven't gotten your copy yet, and that goes over all the fundamentals of acoustic guitar. I also have one for lead guitar that's included in that too, so please check that out if you haven't done so yet. And with that said, let's just jump right in to the lesson. We'll start with the chord shapes. First we have G. Then we go to a D chord. And for G to D, I want you to try pivoting off of your ring finger. You can just leave that down as a guide to help you make that switch nice and clean. From there, we go to E minor, and then C. And for E minor to C, we can also pivot off of a finger, this time our middle finger. So see, I just pivot off my middle finger, I adjust my elbow, my thumb, all that other stuff just to make it nice and comfortable. And that's all we need for now. G, D, E minor, C. And that happens to be the most common chord progression on guitar. In fact, I made a tutorial about the most common chord progressions on guitar, and that's number 1. So if you want to see a bunch of other songs that you can play, after learning this one, you could just apply what you're going to learn today and learn like 10 more songs. So check that out afterwards. Anyways, we have our chord progression, and now I want to play it with downstrokes only, just so we can get used to the switching. Starting on G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Take me home, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. To the place, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I go home, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. West Virginia. So try that a few times, get used to the chord switching and the chord order, and then we can take a look at the strumming pattern, which goes like this. So that is root, down, miss, up, down, up. And to learn it, I want to break it down into 2 parts. First, we have root, down, and root is just a tiny little downstroke that just aims at the thicker strings. So root, and then down on beat 2. That's pretty straightforward. To practice that, we go root, down, 3, 4. Root, down, 3, 4. Over and over again, being sure to count 3, 4 out loud so that we get like a 4-beat unit, because our strumming pattern's 4 beats total and we want to get used to that feeling. Then we take a look at the second half, which goes miss, up, down, up. So we miss on beat 3, which is a primary beat, and we need to feel it somehow. That's why we say miss. And then we just play up, down, up. And to practice that, I go 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. 1, 2, miss, up, down, up. You know, counting out loud and saying miss, up, down, up out loud as well. You know, that stuff really helps. Vocalizing really helps us get the rhythm inside, and then it's just a matter of getting it in our hands. And once we have practiced both halves, I'd like to actually say the pattern out loud, just going root, down, miss, up, down, up, root, down, miss, up, down, up. You know, just saying it rhythmically a few times to start feeling that rhythm, and then we can try it on guitar going root, down, miss, up, down, up, root, down, miss, up, down, up, over and over again until it's feeling good. And then once we're confidently and accurately playing it, slow and steady, we can try it a little bit faster. it starts to feel like a country strumming pattern at that point. So work on the strumming pattern just the way I showed you. And when you're ready, we can put that together with the chords from the chorus of the tune, starting on G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama. Take me home, country roads. Next, we have the verse. And the verse uses the same chord shapes, just the order is different. And there's one little thing you gotta watch out for where there's an extra measure of G. Let's play it with downstrokes only, and we can, count out loud and figure that all out. Starting off on G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. West Virginia, 3, 4. Blue Ridge Mountains, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Here's that extra measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Life is over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's an extra measure of G about halfway through. I want you to go through that a couple times till you're comfortable counting it all out. And then when you're ready, we can play that with the strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. 1, 2, 3, 4. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, grow like breeze, country roads. All that's left is the bridge, and for that we need one more chord shape. And you could play the F bar chord, but in order to make it a lot simpler, I have an easy version. It sounds pretty full in and of itself. We skip the thinnest string, put our first finger on the first fret of the B string, middle finger on the next string, pinky finger on the next one, then our ring finger on the A string just above our pinky, and finally our thumb lightly touches the thickest string, just to mute it. I have a lesson that covers this chord shape if you want some extra help or want to learn more about it, and some songs that you can play with it. But, other than that, let's use it to play the bridge right now. We're going to go downstrokes only, starting off on E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hear her. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. 2, 3, 4. G. 2, 3, 4. The radio 3 reminds. 2, 3, 4. D. Far away. 2, 3, 4. E minor. Here's that F chord. I get a C. 3, 4. G. 2, 3, 4. Then 4 measures of D. 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. 3 measures. 2, 3, 4. 4 measures. 2. Country roads. All right, so that's every part of Country Roads. I want you now, you can just see down below in the table of contents, each part of the song. You can practice the verse, the chorus, and the bridge as many times as you need to. And then when you're ready, we can learn how the whole song goes together. We start off with an intro, which is the G chord for 4 strumming patterns or 4 measures. Then we have our verse, chorus, another verse, another chorus, and then the bridge and the chorus. So as far as the chord order, this one's pretty easy to put together. I recommend writing this down on a piece of paper and then listening to the original song and, thinking like, what part are we playing right now? Or am I listening to right now? And that's the best way to develop your sense of form, where you are within the song and what part comes next. And that's the best way to get away from the sheet music and just kind of have the music, inside, right? So I recommend giving that a try. I also have a full playthrough on my Patreon page. And if you're not aware, Patreon is a place where you can help support the channel, and in exchange you get access to a bunch of full song playthroughs, worksheets, and a little bit of sheet music, all that kind of stuff. So please check that out, especially if you'd like to help support the channel. Other than that, remember to take your time, working through it just the way I showed you. If you need any extra help, there's that free ebook that I mentioned before that's completely free for all my subscribers. I also have a complete beginner's course, which takes you from absolute beginner to confident strummer, learning songs along the way, and just doing the whole process. So check that out, especially if you'd like to help support the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.